I have something to say. George Floyd could have been Saquon Barkley, or Dominic Smith for that matter. Both athletes are beloved by New York sports fans. You see, no amount of fame a black athlete achieves will ever be a helmet from racism. So that is why black people take it so personally, because we see ourselves in George Floyd. We know it could happen to us. It almost happened to my dad. I am 12 years old. He is driving me to a basketball game in Poolesville, Maryland, and we get lost. He pulls the car over to get directions from a cop car he sees behind us. He opens the door and is met with a gun to his head and cuffs around his wrist. The officer assumed my father could not afford an Audi A4. It didn't matter that my dad graduated from Harvard and was one of the premier lawyers in D.C. All the officer saw in that moment was a criminal. So that is why you see so many athletes using their platforms to make change and denounce racism. That is why you see so many people protesting and marching in the streets passionately to fight against police brutality and systematic oppression. That is why you see the rioting and the looting, because people have reached their tipping point. Yes, the rioting and looting aren't right, but understand why those acts are taking place. It's the result of being oppressed for over 400 years due to being lynched in the streets for simply breathing and being treated and hunted like animals. Black people are exhausted of feeling like their lives do not matter. So why am I saying all this? Because we need you, white people, to join the anti-racism team to help amplify black voices to win the assault against racism. And I'll leave you with this. Imagine Saquon or Dominic scoring a touchdown or hitting a home run. They're screaming in celebration with you, and you're screaming in celebration with them. Now imagine Saquon or Dominic lying down on the ground, screaming out for their dead mother as their life is being extinguished because an officer's knee is smashing against their neck. Are you going to stand on the sidelines and see that treatment happen over and over again? Or are you going to fight and get on that field, carry your brother off, and make sure that type of treatment never, ever happens again to anybody? Let that touch you.